welcome to the Pinkprint podcast. I am your host, Coach Siri.
Sharna D.
Vicky. Sometimes Vixen. The Vixen sometimes.
Because this is the glow up to make you
Grow up.
So guys, what chapter are we covering today?
An interesting one.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
And like I've been wanting to do this chapter, but I'm like, do we attempt this chapter?
Why?
Do I have enough knowledge to talk about in this chapter? You know, have we got enough to
it's
give?
touchy.
It's very touchy.
And people have opinions.
Yeah, but
Very
so
big,
do we.
and very big.
Let's
You
get
know,
it.
there's a lot behind it. So
Yeah, there is.
let's just get straight into it.
Go on.
We are doing chapter 4, which is your spiritual connection. And before we even get any deeper,
Wait. Before we get any deeper, guys, you see we've got like changed the setup.
Let us know what you think. It looks cute, right?
And because we changed the setup, I wanted to give you guys a little gift.
Oh,
Surprise!
If this girl gives bullshit, if she gives any,
You can
no,
swear,
'cause
it's okay.
it's giving
What is
nonsense.
this? If it's a booby prize.
Oh, this is cute.
Look! Oh!
Oh, this is so cute.
Oh, we didn't even know that she was gonna do this.
That's how like they need the glasses. All right.
Oh yeah, I love this.
Then
Yeah.
what? You use them straight away.
Oh yeah.
Pour it up.
This is too cute. And yeah, before we go any further,
Hell yeah.
our sponsors today, Pink Rum Punch. We have flavoured rum punch in the house. Thank you to our sponsors. There's loads of
Sorry, my
flavours.
mum was calling me, guys.
Oh, no, that's
You can't ignore the
mommy. No way.
So we got fruit punch here. We've also got cherry flavour, grape flavour, and there's blue raspberry lemonade. That sounds good.
good.
So check them out, guys. All right, so
Can I just say something before we get into it?
Go on.
Can I say thank you, on behalf of all of us, for everyone who's reposted, continue to watch, like, shared, subscribe. Please continue. We see you, even the silent listeners. All your comments and feedback is so amazing to hear and see what you've done, and we really appreciate you. Big up you. All who's not doing it, big up you too. That's what I wanted to say.
all right, let's get into it. So spiritual connection. Before we get into spiritual connection, I just want a one-liner from everybody of what comes to mind when I say spiritual connection. Figs.
The spirits. Rum. Big up rum. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. For me personally, it's about my relationship with God and what I believe in.
Yep.
That's what it is for me.
I'm going to second that. Mine would be my relationship with the Lord, Jehovah God.
Yeah.
And yourself?
Definitely my relationship with God.
But
Definitely my relationship with God too.
Justo's in the house. We got Mac in the house today.
Justo.
Guys, say hi.
say hi, guys.
So, yeah, your relationship with God, Justo. What about yourself, Mac? Spiritual connection.
Relationship with God.
Okay, this is good. We're all on the same page, which is a start because
We got some
random stuff, random answers when we asked what does spiritual connection mean to you. About
Because, do you know what? Because that's interesting because I have these conversations with some of my clients. And you do realise that spirituality is different for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's interpretation. I
It's
think,
interpretation.
Yeah, brought it up.
It's what you see. It's what you value as well.
Yeah, it's true.
So anyway, we can get into that. Sorry.
So, this is chapter 4 in the book, and the reason I've got spiritual connection as one of the chapters is because I feel like, for me personally, in my journey of the glow up, I feel that my relationship with God is so important. And I know not everybody believes in the same God as me, or, you know, in terms of spirituality, there's other people that...
Only one God.
But
everybody has their own faith and
have to
beliefs,
respect.
and it's for them to. Anyway, we'll get into that. But
have to respect.
I've put spiritual connection in there because I feel it's important. There's a lot of people that feel very lost in the world, and you know, a lot of people don't have faith.
Spiritual guidance.
Spiritual guidance. They need.
Or misguidance.
I feel like you just need it in your life. Like
Need something.
I'm not like we're not gonna go back and forth on it. Have your beliefs and whatever. But I'm saying like for me personally, for my glow up, I need to put God first. So. We got chapter 4. So in the book, you can find out some bits about, you know, reconnecting with your spiritual self. So I think that's about gathering more of a deeper understanding of yourself to help you connect with the Lord. Because I feel like if you've got no knowledge of who you are, how do you start then diving into faith? Because, you know, getting into faith can sometimes get a bit tricky for some people, especially if they've not got their self in a good place mentally. There's a vision board page in there as well. So there's a little bit that I've given you some ideas, but you can create your own vision board in the book. And then there's just like little bits about how to help yourself reconnect to your spirituality, setting goals. You can do some notes in there, creating a spiritual area in your house, somewhere that you may, you know, go and pray, or you may, you know, light your candle, whatever it may be, what you do to connect with God. So that's enough about the book. I want to start asking you guys some questions.
Okay.
Let's get it.
The first thing I want to talk about is your spiritual journey. I'm talking from birth. Who wants to go first?
So,
Well, Sharna.
back in 1987, Jesus wasn't born. It was another miracle, Sharna D. And no, so growing up, I wasn't brought up in the church. So I would say from birth to, well, I can't say birth, but from I could recollect to 10. 9, 10. I wasn't in any sort of church. My mum never really brought us to church. I used to go to the odd 1 or 2, like probably 2-3 times in my lifetime at that time. And then when I hit about 10, my mum started introducing us to Jehovah's Witnesses, the Kingdom Hall. But she wasn't fully in it. She was learning herself and whatnot. So I used to go with her to the Kingdom Hall and blah, blah, blah. Following that, started going into secondary school, meeting new people. One of my friends used to take me to a lot of the Pentecostal churches. So I was like, what? This is vibesy. What? The Lord. What? I'm on it. What? Vibes. Yeah, vibes. Yeah, I like it here. Yeah. I like it here.
This is my vibe.
Yeah, this is my vibe because the Kingdom Hall is very clean, straight cut.
I know my aunties. Jehovah's Witness. And you like the tambourine in
No, there's no tambourine.
in the Pentecostal.
Oh, in the Pentecostal, you're knocking everything. Yeah. So then I realized, okay, so there's this side of Christianity and this side of Christianity. I was never around any other religion really. Obviously in school,
of course,
you know, but not enough to study it or not. So then. Okay, so then my mum got baptized, got christened, and then she became a proper fellow worshipper of Kingdom Hall, Jehovah's Witnesses. Again, the good thing I like about her is that she never really pressured us. She'll talk you till your ears bleed, but she don't really pressure you because technically, as far as I know, being in her household, if we're not Jehovah's Witnesses, she could tell us to leave, kind of thing. Wow. Yeah, she can disconnect. Because you don't want the outside influences. Okay. So I think this is where some people get a bit like iffy with Kingdom Hall because they're a bit like, okay, you don't want to, all right, bye, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so then that was fine. So I was going there a little bit with my mum, riding, learning about the religion and whatnot. Then I went to uni, and I decided to go to uni with my friend Kim, far from my house. Because I didn't want Audrey telling me what time I could come in and what time I couldn't go out. I wanted freedom. Oh. So I went to uni Leicester, DMU, BUP, and and as soon as I got there, signed up to the ACS, African Caribbean Society. I was like, yes. Me and Kim were like, yes. Okay. Then as soon as we got there, they were like, look, there's a church that we all go to, and because there wasn't many black people there, it's like you just automatically it's a community. Yes. And then and there was a really good looking guy that was there as well, so it just helped you easy to gel at the time. So anyway,
sweet now.
Yeah. So then, man led me to Christ. So,
that could have been your husband.
Right.
That could have been your husband.
Yeah, bro. This is the man that we go to just for the guns.
But you're looking for your husband or your wife. It's right.
No, Diddy. So then went to uni, and then I remember they were like, "Look, come down on. I think it was a Thursday or something. Come down to our session. We're having I don't know what you call it, but it wasn't proper church. It was like an evening session. Okay. And they're introducing like the new people in and whatnot, like an induction. So me and Kim went. And then we got there, and it was nice, just a few little black people, and the black people that was in Leicester wasn't many. And the pastor was talking and blah, blah, blah. And then I was getting into it, and something took me and I start bawl.
No way.
And when I say bawl,
No way.
I mean bawl. I was crying so much, and I don't know where it came from.
Overwhelming feeling.
Wow.
I was crying so much that when I left the church, my eyes had puffed out like
You're joking.
like I had an infection, like I got stung. Yeah, like bawling. A man like me don't bawl.
Ever.
Like me don't bawl. What? So it was very emotional, very overwhelming.
Course.
And then, so they were like, look, you know, you're not in a great state. Let's go. We can go back to one of our rooms and we can do a little prayer session. Well, I'm already torn apart inside. So come on then, let's do this prayer session. And my friend Kim was on it. So we went there, and I think it was only like 4 newbies and 4 that have been there for a while.
Yes.
Yeah. So they each grabbed one of us, and we're in the room. And this girl, she's like, let me pray for you, blah, blah, blah. And she starts spitting lyrics. But she's spitting lyrics on my life.
Speaking facts.
How are you telling me? How are you telling me about family secrets? And obviously she's not saying names, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
but
situations and...
That keep coming.
Wow.
I was like, what? So she was, when I tell you, she was, I know you feel this, and I know what's happened in your past, and I know that. So the eyes are still puffy because
Of course.
you're telling me stuff now that's about my family, about the.
Yeah, you're
so I am
unlocking, yes.
So that for me just opened me up completely to this church.
What sort of church was it, sorry?
Pentecostal.
Oh, Pentecostal, yeah.
So that opened me up completely to the church. So I was drawn in. That was it. Suck it in. And then following through, going on the Sundays, going on the this, trying to understand. This was the first time I came across speaking in tongues. I don't like it, but I was in it. I was trying
you were
to
speaking in tongues?
Not me.
people around you.
And the girl, even the girl, when they were doing the tongues at the church on that induction day, the girl did it to me. Well, after she was telling about her business and telling about myself, and then right in that church they just did it. So I was like, it's very different.
Especially when you're on the outside.
But let
looking
me be open to it. I know my mum would be like, Sharna, what? You know, but I said, no, let me. I did this on purpose. I wanted to have my own path.
100%, which
So,
is good.
Yeah, which is why I wanted to go away from home. I was very reliant on my family. So I spoil. So so yeah, this first time I was getting introduced to the kingdom, to tongues. And then me and Kim was going, and I was getting into it. I started listening to gospel music, which I've in my first never ever. And then at the time I was dating my little love of my life, yeah. And I was like, bro, I gotta break up with him. Like, I gotta break up with him.
What do you want to say?
Hold it. Not said nothing yet. Let her finish her story.
I'm trying to speed this up.
Don't you
Yeah.
dare.
I was like, I gotta break up with him. No, like,
Because you can't fornicate.
my everything changed. Like I was different.
Take me to the king.
Right, and I was knowing all them songs. I can't remember any of them now. But and then I was on it, and I was like, and when I tell you, I love this guy, right? And I was like, I gotta break up with him. We can't do this because it's wrong and it's just sin and right. So I remember traveling on the train from Leicester down to London because it was coming up to Christmas holiday.
Yeah.
And I remember I was on the train listening to the gospel loud as well, and I was like,
Bless you.
Especially you over there, sorry, like, you suspicious.
Am I irritating you?
Yeah.
Bless you.
Yeah. Literally. So like I was coming with pure and I came home, and obviously I'm at home with mummy and everyone, and my mum and my sister are like,
Who are you?
Who are you? Yeah.
So I'm like, what are you talking about? No, what do you mean now? I'm trying to have a better life. I'm trying to live
Completely
better. And then I remember one day my mum and my sister were like, you are in a cult. And I was like, no, I'm not in a cult. And whatever. But they obviously, because I was so different in the little 2-3 months that I'd gone.
So much.
They were scared they were worried for me. But it felt right for me at the time. So
You'd be going straight to Middlesex University in Hendon. That is where you'd be going to. Right, I can see your ass.
right. So then so So then fine. So then I was at home for a bit. And I think I did buck up with my lover man and stuff. And I was like, maybe I don't want to let this go.
Oh, I was about to say, that's the part I want to know. What happened?
The sin. But anyway, so I was at home for like, I don't know, Christmas. You know, you need a longer period. So maybe 2-3 weeks or whatever. Yeah, exactly. 3-4 weeks. And then I started to sort of come out of it a bit. Yeah. So I started to have my blinkers were off or on, off. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm still feeling it. I'm going to go back, but I'm going back with more of an open mind.
Yeah.
So,
went back. How Kim was?
So Kim was in it.
She wasn't in it like you though. She was in it.
Is
it? Everybody was. You guys got indoctrinated.
She was too much in it.
So, but the thing with Kim's more passive than me. So she's not like she's more inclined to be like yeah to go along with it.
But you was like all in kind of thing.
You're a mum now, so you're different now. But that's how it was at first. So it'll be, if anything, it will be me that be more resistant.
Okay.
So because I was in, she was like, okay, well, yeah, definitely, more so. So she was cool with it. Anyway, come back now. And I'm like, all right, cool, let's do this. Go into some of the meetings, go to the church and go to some church sessions. And then I was like,
something don't feel right.
I don't know. So then I remember like the tongues and the woman was dropping on the floor. And I was like, there's just too much theatrics. There's just too much. And then I started to decline a little bit. Kim was still going and I was kind of pulling myself out a little bit. Pulling myself out a little bit. Then one day I didn't go and Kim had gone. This was on a Sunday. And she was like, oh my God, Sharna, if you would have gone, you would have you'd have been scared. I was like, why? What happened? She was like, so there was this lovely girl in the uni. I think she was in my year. Yeah, it was a lovely girl, but always happy, always smiling. She might have been the year before me. And she had a younger sister that came, who could have been in my year then. I can't remember, but she was aggressive blood. She was angry, always angry. So anyway, she had gone to church that day with her nice sister. And Kim said that the pastor, you know, they say like, do you want to come up and get anointed? All this sort of stuff is all new to me, but yeah, come and get anointed. So she came up, stood up to get anointed, and then he said something like the bit where he goes in the blood of Jesus or whatever to anoint. And she went, no!
What? Oh my God, this has gone mad.
What, was there a demon? Like, what?
What's happening here? Is she a paid actress?
I'll call Kim now. Kim said, she went. I said,
I would never go back. Like something was coming.
Wait. Same voice or different voice?
Different voice.
Yeah, let me swing my chain. This is not a cross. This is Jamaica. Let me kiss the country.
Yeah.
What?
I never went back.
That's scary though.
Sorry,
that's
actually,
very scary.
That was like.
Did Kim go back?
I think that much. I think she stopped from that.
That would be a little bit too much.
But before that was like the second or third thing that happened. I was like, that's it. Okay, but that was the last one.
It was a culmination of a few things.
I'll tell you another one. Sorry to take up so much time.
No, we need to hear this. This is very good.
My boy, Vesco. He was new in the year, but he was lovely. He went to the church, but he was used to that sort of church environment. And he was, one day he's like, oh gosh, the angels visited me last night. And I was like, what do you mean? I don't understand. Because the little bit of Jehovah's Witness thing I've been doing, they're not supposed to come and see you. It's not how it's supposed to work. So he was like, yeah. I was like, okay, so tell me more about it. What were they like? Or where were you? He's like, I was in my bathroom. I was like, okay. And where did you see them? In the mirror.
Sorry?
And I said, okay. And
what them where?
In the mirror behind him.
He said angels in the mirror.
Angels in the mirror behind him. I said, what did they look like? He said scary. They were like dark, big wings, scary looking. I said, that weren't angels.
I was just about to say, brother, broski.
That
weren't angels.
In the mirror.
Why did you associate it with angels? Because of the wing?
Because of the wing.
I think because of the wings.
Angels don't, carry on anyway. I like this conversation. My thing.
The wing.
And that had been the second time it had happened to him. So, like I said, the little teachings I got from the Kingdom Hall let me know that you're not supposed to see them thing there. because we can't handle those things. I'm not saying that you don't see, you know, because there's evil all around us.
Don't want to see it.
In disguise.
There's evil.
And they stay in there
disguise,
and
yeah.
we stay here.
Yeah, in disguise. There's evil and there's spirits all around
stay over
us.
there.
So we're not denying that.
Wow.
But for them to come and be looking in your mirror like, well, go on, do you use
But
Colgate?
he seemed like he was okay with it. Like he seems cool with it. Like
he said he was scared at the time, but it's like he had some sort of reasoning behind it. But
He felt comfort in it.
It didn't line up with me.
Did he feel comfort in it?
He was, I think so.
Yeah.
He wasn't
Was he going
concerned
to the
about that.
church?
Yes.
Did he continue to go to the
Yeah,
church?
yeah,
Yeah, he's possessed.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah.
It's given possessed.
So that was I think that was number one.
Because that's an extension of something in that
I don't-
mirror.
So I think the woman that collapsed, and she was very old, and I was like, that's gonna be painful.
That gonna hurt in the
Go
morning.
home in the morning.
That gonna hurt in the morning.
So that one I think probably was point one. Then when he said the angel thing, I was like, oh
that's a
hell
bit-
to no.
yeah, that's a
Hence
bit.
why I started pulling back. But then when Kim witnessed that for herself, I said, yeah, I'm done. That's
Yeah.
a side. The God is trying to tell me that is not the right one.
Yeah, that's not the right place for you.
So-
Unfortunately, no.
So that was, you was in uni at that time. You were how
I
old?
was in uni. So what? So early 20s, 21.
So she kept her
So-
mind,
2021.
kept singing, living life.
So your
graduated with a
journey-
2-1.
Your journey went from
no spiritual
no spiritual connection for
from birthish to
No.
10, then experiencing some
different religions,
different ones,
yeah, different parts of.
to now where I am definitely afraid of the Pentecostal route because of what I've seen
Yeah, that would give you fear.
and experienced. But I am. Can I tell you another thing that was weird in uni as well?
Tell me.
Uni was weird.
So
Uni was mad.
So you know you have the when you dream in it. Like sometimes you have dreams that maybe you have often,
Yes,
same sort of dream,
yes.
or you may have it once or twice a year, but it's the same dream.
Yeah.
So I was getting this. I was having like just normal dreams from what I can remember, and then there was like a few days where I was having a weird dream, and then I remember it's like I was on a boat, and the boat was going along the waves, but it was like crunching.
Oh, you're going somewhere.
So I was like, why? So I remember waking up being like, why is my head crunching and whatnot? Anyway, I remember I told my mum, I was like, Mum, I had this dream. And she's like, oh, trying to just pray because, you know. So I said, yeah, cool. Next night, same dream. Does that not usually happen?
Yeah.
No.
Something's on your mind.
So then I was just like, you know what? Let me just reorganize my room. Let me just, because there was also a girl that was living with us that I realized didn't like me, but I didn't know at the time. And
That'd be the crunching.
I woke up and I started cleaning, and I remember I just accidentally shifted my pillow, and I kid you not, there was broken glass under my pillow,
What the fuck?
and it was like broken glass like from a telephone box. You know, like when it's that kind of crystal, like yeah.
So someone had put that under there.
The
How
guy
did-
did.
How did that get there?
Smuddy put it.
Scary.
So then I remember I could tell my mum again. I cleared it up,
That's crazy.
and then it happened. I can't remember. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Because I don't know which spirit, which one was right at the time. I probably
Yeah,
was.
you was
Yeah.
confused.
And then I remember I cleared it up, and then the following night I looked again, and there was still some more.
Huh? So
Yeah.
she keep coming to dash the
I only linked it to her maybe years afterwards when
But
I
at the time,
the
you
time
just
you
couldn't
at the
understand
time-
it.
weird
Why did you link it to a years off?
because when I left uni, I think the second year round, I remember. So we shared a flat, right? When you walk into the flat, my door was right in front. To the left was Kim's room and the kitchen, bathroom, all that sort of stuff. To the right was only my girl's room.
Okay.
And one day I think I either just came in or I was coming out of my room. So then, and she was, it's like we bumped into each other. I can't remember if I was coming, which way I was coming, but we bumped into each other and she was like, and then she panicked and ran off.
It's her.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Probably getting caught.
so I told my
Why
friend,
move like that was
but I told my friend
Caught in the
Kim, I said, why did she acted really weird. And then years later, she told me as to why, which was like, she had an issue about her skin. She was hiding basically, and she didn't want me to know.
Sus.
Listen, that was not that. She saw something here that you had your light and she couldn't. You
Wanted to
she's
dim
in the
that.
dark side.
Okay, because I mean, if you're putting, this is what I'm saying. Because if you're putting glass under my pillow,
what's the intention here?
That's
What's
what
happening?
you want to scar up my face because you're not happy with your face.
Because the moment you move the pillow now, in the night time.
It's the dreams for me though, because the glass, what was happening.
Thank you. So what was going on there?
Anyway,
you see what I'm saying to you?
It's giving witchcraft.
Yeah, it's giving pray over the glass and dash it under someone's pillow.
Are we going to question her on her journey?
So I need to know where you're at now.
So now I would say I am. I definitely. If I have to pick a denomination, I would definitely go down the Jehovah's Witness route, which I wouldn't know. I don't know what denomination they are. I think they're their own thing. So I would definitely go down that route. Now I'm not baptized. I'm not nothing like that. But my heart is there because their beliefs, everything's really clean and really pure. And yeah, people hate the no blood and the no birthday and the no Christmas and stuff like that. But when you actually look at the reasons why, you understand the reasons, you're like, okay, cool, I get it, kind of thing. I see why. But their teachings are very pure. And like, you go to one and it's like all Asian people there, yeah? So it's not like it's just a type of people.
Yeah,
it's all different.
All different. And then you can go to that one and you could even go into the bit where they speak Hindu and someone will teach you Hindu. Mm-hmm. Or you go to, like, it's so open. Mm-hmm. So for me, I'm on my journey back that direction. I'm not ready to give myself to it fully because I still feel like it's very strict, and I'm not
ready
I'm
to
not
go
there
the full
yet.
mile yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so I just right now I just try to live clean, live pure, treat people how I want to be treated. This is why when we talk, and I'm like, why are we jealous? Why are we this? Why are we? Because I don't have that in me.
No,
I don't have that in me. I wish nothing but good. And yeah, if I do have one of the moments, I say, Sharna, hello. I'm human. Back. Come on.
Yep. 100%.
How can you envy Vicky with the pink jacket because you go and work and you go and do your
pink
pretty
jacket?
Little thing.
I got it too, so don't worry.
So what would you give yourself out of 10 in terms of spiritual connection at this point now in life?
Spiritual connection, and that's just like internal.
Yeah.
So it's not what I'm like. It's not me going to church every Sunday. It's not me following.
It's your connection.
Me, I would say I'm like a 7.
That's good. I think that's nice and strong.
Yeah, but it could be better because it could be better.
Could always be better.
And I'm trying to get a bit more, especially now with the girls and stuff like that. Like I'm more wanting to get a bit more spiritual food.
Is there anything you're doing that you can let people know? How are you getting closer to your religion again? Like, what are you doing?
So with the Kingdom Hall, they have so many. What's the word I'm trying to find? There's so many. They have so many forums to support their society. So they have magazines that you see them standing outside the train stations.
Yeah, I've read some of those. Yeah.
They come to your house.
Don't
run
really
them
anymore.
Not as much.
Not really.
Don't run them. Leave them. Offer them some tea.
They just come too early. Yeah. They come a little later. We'll be fine. You don't come.
It could be my mum one day. So don't.
If I look at her asleep, I said, "Come in." yeah. But because my auntie's witness, I've always been cool with them, and I've been to the Kingdom Hall a few times as well. So yeah,
I mean they're cool people. Obviously, people are people. Yeah. So there's some that will still get on your nerves. There's some that still don't seem like they'll. Are you there for the right reason, Sharon? But people are trying. Because I remember years ago when I was going to one, I wanted to switch up and go to the one in Wembley. I tried the one in Wembley one day, and I was like to my mum, because your one's a bit old people. I want some fresh people. And I remember there was a guy there that was very gay, clearly struggling. And his door was definitely half open out of the closet. So I was like, Mum, he's definitely gay. Like, how could he be going to the Kingdom Hall? And she's like, but everybody's on their journey, Sharna. You can't
judge nobody's journey.
I was like, that's true, actually.
Respect it. Respect her. He's making the effort.
But I definitely don't go there again. He definitely is on. Definitely is outside of the closet. So you have the magazines. They have websites. The only thing I'm trying to do, which I keep on reminding my mum, is to let them give me access to the the YouTube, so I can hear it on a Sunday, so I can play it in the kitchen while I'm cooking food. But she's like, because they're so strict with their stuff, she's got to ask an elder, and the elder's got to give permission and blah blah blah. So she just hasn't done that bit yet. But that's what I'm waiting for.
That's good.
Yeah.
good.
Well,
Because I'm not taking 3 kids out there right now.
Good luck with your journey, girl. It sounds
Thank
like you're
you.
heading in the right direction.
Yeah, it's
I look
been a
forward
lot.
to seeing what it looks like
Yeah, thank
in the
you.
future.
It's good. It's good.
Thanks. Sorry, I hope
Got
I
any
didn't take up too much
questions?
time.
What was the other church called that you went to in the uni one?
Oh, I can't remember what it was called, but it was some Pentecost. I can't remember. I really can't remember.
Well, they prayed, yeah? Like, proper prayer.
That's
And
it.
the person that was telling you about yourself.
She was the pastor's son's girlfriend at the time.
Wow.
Did you feel connected to it at first?
Yeah, 100%. That's why I was like on it, like
into it.
deep into it. I got suckered into it quick. And not to say that they was dodgy, but it just didn't quite align.
It didn't
with me all
align
the
with me,
way.
yeah.
Okay, so when you went back home, yeah, why did you start falling back?
I think because I realized I was like, it was like, you know, when you fall in love with someone, you meet someone, you're like, it's like honeymoon period, you just fall in love and everything, you want to be around them all the time, and you just, it was that. I was in that phase, and because I've never gone to a church, and I have always kind of wanted to have that.
Yeah.
Plus, we was in uni, as black people, not many of us, so it was like a little family. So it was like, it was just nice to have that sort of security that bonding. So
community.
when I went home and then I was back in my normal environment, it just started to chip away. And then I started to realise, oh, yeah, okay.
Were you still praying when you was at home?
I think so. I think I was still at first, but then I probably started to.
I have no further action.
No more further questions. Who should we go to next? Who wants to talk about their spiritual journey next?
I can talk about mine. I grew up in the church.
What type of church?
Pentecostal church. My granny took me to church. So I would go to my gran's every other Sunday, and we would go to both services on a Sunday.
Lovely, whole day.
So the morning service, come home, make the food, then go back in the evening, do the homework in between. It's a lot. Big up you, granny and granddad, R.I.P.
Oh.
But it was a lot. I enjoyed the church because you know what it is, as a young person you get the Sunday school and all of that, so you're going to see your brethren and all of that.
Exactly, it's a family.
It's a family thing, but we would get home quite late and all, but I did feel that the twice on a Sunday was a bit excessive. For me. I feel like we could have just chose one and that would have been that. I enjoyed it. You know, my mum's always had sort of religion around us. She's not so religious now, but she has her beliefs. She never really forced it on us, but when you was at your grand's house, you do what your grand says, innit? So you go in church, innit? And then that's just, it was always what we did. What the routine, christened, everybody's christened. There's always been the Bible in the house. There's always prayers. And so now I don't go to church. And it's not really, I mean, big up everyone who does, but I don't feel the need to go to church. I feel like I can connect with God in my house with my Bible, or when I pray, I see that it works and I feel his presence. So I don't feel, and I've had a few experiences in church where I feel like there's some people who are not so pure of heart in there. So I don't mind people praying for me, but I feel funny sometimes because you don't know who's really pure. Like when people are praying, you don't know, especially when they put their 100%. Hands on you sometimes. You don't know. Sometimes you get an envious spirit, or it could be genuine. You don't know, but I ain't risking it. So I ain't going up there. I'm okay. I'm going to stand here and pray. And I feel very fulfilled at home. I give thanks every morning, thanks every evening. I ask, God to cover us all. And I've been doing that, and I feel it works. I'm very happy with the way things are in my life. And I feel connected to God. So I would say for myself, it's about maybe a 7 or an 8. I'm very comfortable in it. I don't feel like I need to do much more at the moment. I'm very happy with the way it is and my beliefs. So I still will meditate and stuff like that. And for me personally, and this is what I wanted to say on the show, is as long as people aren't bigging up the devil, you have to allow people to have their own journeys. You can't chastise people and judge people, because sometimes it's what's within that needs to come without. And we have our beliefs, but we are not God. So you have to let people find their own way. Do you understand? So you got some people, oh no, you have to do it this way, you have to do it that way. Yeah, who are you? Why are you saying this? Do you get what I mean? I'm just very like, do what works for you.
Especially when you used to do it.
Yeah. And none of us are without sin. So do what works for you. Whatever works for you, you do that. As long as you're not harming anybody and you're trying to live the best way that you can.
100%.
and there's always room for improvement. I believe that that's what people should do. Whatever's working for you, do that. That's how I feel.
Can I interject?
Of course you can.
The thing is, right, it's like there's so many religions or so many denominations of like Christianity as an example. Let's stick to Christianity. And it's like who or how can you guarantee that that's the one?
There is no guarantee.
So exactly. So which is why if somebody finds a way and they love it for themselves and they're very in it, that's great, amazing. But you cannot try to force, judge, belittle, people who maybe it just don't sit as right with.
Yeah. And you have to do it, and it has to be comfortable for you. Would you rather somebody walking in a certain path and it doesn't feel comfortable for them? If they feel like they want to switch and go to Islam and they feel comfortable for that, that's what they should do. If they want to do more sort of meditation and spirituality and still have God at the center, that's their path. You can't really be dictating on what people should be doing because everyone's got their one truth. You can't really chastise people because at the end of the day, say you chastise someone in this room now, even if they go from here, they still got their own life to live. When they go in their own four walls, they're going to do what feels right to them at the end of it.
And when you think about it, with all religions, each religion teaches you not to judge.
Exactly.
So who are you to pass judgment on someone else for their faith and the way that they live in their life in their faith?
This is it.
Their faith is their connection, and I think it's important to respect people's religions and follow and do your journey.
But as I was saying to you earlier on, I feel like a lot of people who do judge people a lot are hiding behind what they're doing.
Yeah.
So you see, like if you're somebody who's just doing what you're supposed to do and you feel comfortable, you're good. Why do I need to impart this on you and judge? What am I hiding? Why I keep putting this barrier? You shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that. Why am I chastising people? If I'm living my truth, why do I feel the need to downtrod on somebody else?
And how effective is it really going to be?
It ain't going to be.
How are you going to really connect with people? How are you really going to connect with people?
You're not. You're going to push them away.
If you're just being on the judgmental, you're going to make people paranoid.
You're going to push them away. They're going to be like, nah, that's not for me. Anyway, Sarette, you now. Talk the things, my girl.
Well, my spiritual journey, I was christened at like 3 months. My family's always gone to church.
I was christened too,
Yeah, I was christened quite young.
We were all Adventists.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Was christened Church of England. I'm in Harleston. Pick up Harleston. But yeah, and then I've always gone to faith schools. I went to church every Sunday. We used to have a church band that used to pick us up. So even though we used to go to church every Sunday, my parents didn't go to church. Then my dad would probably be at work. My mum would probably be cooking the dinner. A van would come pick us up, take us to church. Yeah, Sunday school van. Come pick us up, take us to church. So I've always gone to church. So I've always known my Bible. We would do what's it called now? The Christmas plays, Easter plays. So I always knew about things. I knew the songs, all the rest of it. Went to a Catholic high school. So again, you're going to church all the time when you're in Catholic. You go to the chapel. RE is they only talk about Christianity in RE. We don't learn about any other religions like other public schools. So I feel like I've always been on a path of Christianity, and I've always gone to church. Even as an adult, I've christened my children. I've gone to church, but I've always just sat there kind of thing. Like I sit there,
take it in.
I sing the songs, I do the whole routine. I leave, I go and eat my dinner. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't taking anything away. And then last year, my son invited me to New Testament Wimbledon, and I just loved it. I went there, same thing. I was crying my eyes out, and I went up, was prayed for, and I really started enjoying that church. Not only that, I was like reading my Bible, really just building my own relationship with God, because I've always been a Christian, but what was my relationship with God? I would say it was wishy-washy. Like I'd pray as standard, like we eat dinner, we pray, go to bed, pray. Do you know what I mean? But what was my prayers about? Thank you, God. So do you know, I started being a bit more having meaningful prayers, actually taking myself out and actually having that time where I'm sitting down, reading my Bible, studying it, actually understanding what the scripture's saying, and doing my own research, not just gathering knowledge from, okay, so Sharna knows the Bible, let me just talk to Sharna. Let me get my own understanding. Let me do my own reading. Let me have a conversation with God about that chapter, and then get a better understanding. And I found that this journey has been it's been good. I'm really enjoying this journey. I would say like I'm like a 7, 8. That's good. Quite strong. And I don't go to church every Sunday, but I do read my Bible. I pray. I can stand on scripture now where I couldn't before. And you know, like some people like to use, what I don't like is people like to take words from the Bible and say, oh, well, this means this and this means that. What does the rest of the scripture say? You've just taken like a little quote and then use that to try and battle with someone. That's not the purpose of religion. It's not here for, people are using religion to start wars and stuff like that. It's just like, no religion should be about war.
No,
it's
to
about
show that you're more
peace.
Christian than the other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not competition
exactly.
either.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I know some people will be like, oh yeah, but they're worshipping false idols and so on and so on. But you need to let them go on that journey themselves. If God's going to have
And that might be their belief from their country or from their family.
Exactly, because if you were born in India, you're more than likely going to be Hindu. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you've been born in that country. So that's what you've been taught. That's what you know. That's unless you start to do your own journey. And I think this is why it's important to do your own journey. Have your pray, speak to God, and start looking in. If something has an interest, like you did with the Pentecostal church, you started looking into it. It wasn't for you. You turned away. You went back to what you do know. I think that's important.
Yeah,
like you have to go on your own journey.
Definitely, I agree. I think it's very important to do that. Yeah.
What about you guys? Let's hear from the guys.
What about me?
Yeah, your spiritual connection.
What? Do I pray?
No, so what's your spiritual journey? Like, did you grow up as a Christian?
He's never in the room. Like, he's never...
He's working. He's working.
I'm getting content.
Sorry.
What was I going to say? So, yeah, I grew up Christian. Then I went to prison.
Grew up Christian in what way? Did you go to church? Did you read the Bible?
Oh, that was just...
Was your mum...
Okay,
okay.
I went to a
Pentecostal. Yeah.
Yeah. I went to the one in Cricklewood. Yeah. I've been to the one in
Willesden.
Not Willesden. Harsden. Is that Willesden?
Yeah, I think that's all.
The one by Tubbs Road.
Oh yeah, that's the Harsden one on the corner.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, on the corner. Yeah.
And where else did I used to go? There, I used to go to Sunday school.
Oh.
Around here.
Okay.
And then I used to go to church. Then I went to jail. I used to go to church.
How old were you in jail?
The first time I went to jail I was like 16.
Okay.
So you was going to church in jail?
Yeah, for like up until like 04.
Okay.
Okay.
So when I was 16, that was 02.
Yeah.
Okay, so you carried on going.
04. Nah,
kept up.
It might have been 06 actually.
Wow.
06 I was going to church.
So about 20.
Church every Sunday. And then someone was like telling me about Islam. Then they were showing me about the churches. I mean, about the Bibles, like all the different Bibles and that.
In Christianity. Yeah.
Some things wasn't making sense to me. Then they were showing me something else, and then I started going to the mosque, and then
You converted. So are you Muslim now?
Yeah.
Do you feel more comfortable as a Muslim?
I felt
Are you
comfortable
practicing?
at-
You practice?
No, I'm not practicing, but I wasn't a practicing Christian either.
Okay.
Do you get so? Like,
So if you were to elect a faith now, it would be Islam, not Christianity. So you're completely away from Christianity and now into Islam. Okay.
yeah, but even with Islam,
Look at Justin.
even with Islam, yeah, it's like you have to. It's the same as with Christianity. Like you have to take in how you want to take it in because there's Sunni and there's Shia.
Shia, yeah.
So there's some of the Shia that I don't
Agree with, yeah.
Yeah. And even in the Sunni, there's like people that do like cultures. Their culture overrides the religion of what the teachings of the religion. You get what I mean?
Yes.
I think that's the same with Christianity and with everything.
Yeah, different denominations and different beliefs in certain things and different strands.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
So when you say culture overrides the religion, you're trying to say it depends on where they're from, where they more like nurture rather than following the...
Yeah, they like, yeah. If that makes sense.
I kind of get you still.
So what do you rate yourself?
Or do I rate myself?
Yeah.
Currently.
In terms of your relationship with Allah.
Allah, to me, is just God, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
God,
To me,
Your relationship
like
with
my
God.
God is your God.
Okay.
Okay.
I
So-
feel like because
It's one truth.
I feel like we all got a holy book that's come down from one God.
Yes.
It's just interpreted different.
Different.
It's been translated to
Different
to
prophets,
fit
different...
people,
And there's some
different
people
cultures.
taking bits that they like more.
But I feel like we're all like on the same journey. Yeah. So I wouldn't look at you different for being in the church.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the correct
And that's
attitude.
the
That's the
correct way of
correct way to
living.
be.
Yeah.
100%.
But that's what I've learned in the religion. But some people in the religion
Are more extreme.
Yeah.
Well, you got that in Christianity as well, so it's not just
In
it's
all-
not-
in all
yeah,
religions.
people can be
But
quite
then
extreme.
they're going against
Yeah,
the religion itself.
Yeah,
That's
the
how I
actual
feel.
Teachings
They,
of the religion.
they are.
Yeah.
It's too nuts.
So
what-
really, all right, cool.
out of 10,
So then, I would say Islam is my thing, but I also say religion is division. So
oh, okay,
I like the faith more than the actual.
the practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you rate your
Me, I feel like I'm blessed.
You give yourself a number.
Like you just so what you're 5, like you're cool, you're all right.
Like an 8.
Okay,
That's good. That's strong.
That's just
Because
strong.
of other things, other things that I might go through and I might get near misses and
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what you're
You feel
doing is
connected.
working. What you're doing is
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
how I feel. I understand where you're coming from.
I get that.
on that one. Yeah.
I respect it still. I
What
respect
you're doing is obviously good. Okay.
Go on, Justin.
So
What about you, Justo?
I guess I'm the last of the pack.
Look at Luke moving the mic.
Ready now.
Where do I start?
He's shouting into the mic, guys. He's ready for us.
Now, you know what, yeah? Come from a background my whole family was Catholic. You know what I'm saying? My mum's very spiritual. They used to go to church. I used to run away. I didn't go to church. I always ducked it.
You're lucky you could duck it. You know?
But when I did come back home, I got beaten.
Yeah.
But then, when you're ducking church, your mum say, "What kind of spirit have you got inside?"
As you, yeah. Because why you keep running?
But I just never felt it. Yeah, never felt church. Still don't.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I still don't. But
But you believe in God and stuff like that.
yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, my mum used to pray with us at night time before we go to sleep and all that. Still never took it serious. I wasn't really. When I was young, I wasn't really spiritual. You know what I mean?
Is there any time in your life where you felt spiritually connected?
No. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna.
With
Get.
Oh,
woman
sorry.
Interrupting, man.
Landed.
I didn't feel spiritually connected at all or anything like that with God at the time. When I was younger, when my brother died, is when I really hated God even more. You know what I'm saying? Like forget that prayer. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not feeling that. I think one day, you know, I was speaking to the mother of my children. She wasn't the mother of my children at the time. She said something to me, and it kind of bothered me. Do you know what I mean? What she said to me. And from there, I just started praying. I started praying for her.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay.
what did she say to you?
It's kind of deep still.
What was it about you, or was it just about
No,
her?
it was literally.
That sounds crazy. I can't lie to you. You said,
It was about her.
but she said something like
Give us the gist of it. Like,
It was more like I can't really say. It's her business.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was more like it was deep, bro.
What she was
Yeah,
experiencing.
it was deep.
Okay.
but towards her or like her being a demon. You know what I mean?
She wasn't a demon.
No, where you get demon from? He
No,
never
the way
said
you're saying
demon.
is like, right,
No, what you're saying is
her
something
being-
that she was
Yeah,
experiencing,
she
and you
was
felt like
exactly
you
that
need
was
to
happening
pray
to
for her.
It was her.
Just
Yes.
to help her.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
something
yeah.
to just her. There was no demon in her. You got
I say no.
Bro, there was no mama sorry, Michael. Yeah. But yeah, I think from that I started praying. And then I'll pray every night and all that. I still didn't feel no connection. Then I got nicked, went in jail. First thing when I walked in there, I was like, oh, blood, this is long. And I needed somebody to just be closer to me. And there was no one I could talk to. Because there's a bunch of man strangers I don't know from nowhere. So I just asked him, man, have you got a Bible?
Wow.
And he goes, yeah. Came to me, gave me this good news Bible. Sat there in that first night on my own. Read a couple of the pages. Closed it, went to sleep. And then from there, like, I spoke to my mum on the phone and she said to me, like, you need to start praying and take it very seriously. And then that night I said, all right. said a deep prayer, and I was like, listen, I know me and you had our ups and downs. I don't really check for you like that.
I like that. That's true. That's true.
I know you don't really check for me like that because the shit that you made me gone through, it's mad. Sorry for swearing. Yeah. And something came over me. I felt this mad. I felt this mad heat. Yeah, like I felt this mad heat. Like, but my prayer or my conversation with him, it was so deep. Yeah, I felt there was a presence in the. You know what I'm saying? And it's like made me just realize like I felt this peaceful kind of feeling and made me realize everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
But you know, although when it's making you feel like something is gonna be okay, but you still feel like it's not gonna be okay because you still got that doubt. You know what I mean? The belief system is like it's not that strong yet. So from there I just started praying every single day, and I'll speak to my mum. My mum would tell me to fast. So I took her on board and I started fasting. You know what I mean? And I'll fast like mad. Like Mac will come and check me. Social time I ain't coming out of my social. I got the Bible on my chest. I got a mad thing. Like yeah.
Yeah, because when you fast and pray, it's a different level of connection.
It's like I'm literally sacrificing myself now to doing certain things. Like forget the social, forget all of this. I need to lock in. Like I need to build my relationship with God. We'll go to church. You know what I mean? I remember one time we was in church, and there was a priest that they invited in.
I was Muslim, but I used to still go.
Yeah, he used to come. I was about to say, you know what I'm saying? But he was talking. But when he was talking, he kept staring at me. I remember when Paul was like, "Yo, he's chatting to me."
Yeah.
In my head, I was like, "I don't know about that rude boy." I think he's talking to me because what he's saying is aligning with everything that I'm going through right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So boom. I got moved to Belmarsh. When I got moved to Belmarsh, continue with my journey, praying and everything. And my son was born. When my son was born, I shed a tear. And that night I prayed. But I prayed like, see, that day was not a very good day for me. Yeah, it was not a good day for me. Because when we got banged up, like, I'm reading my Bible, but I'm crying. And I'm like, I need to go into my son, like. And I remember I was praying. Then I called for my grandfather. Because I was close with my grandfather. I said, "Grandfather, please, like, get me out of here, man." You know what I'm saying? Like, and next day I called my mum. Went church, come back, called my mum. My mum said my uncle had a visit from my grandfather. And my grandfather asked him, "Where's Justice? Where is he?"
That's deep.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, huh? Because yeah, like, Granddad said, "Where's Justice? He needs help." So where is he? And I said to my mum, "Oh, I called him." She goes, "What?" I said, "Yeah, I was praying, and I called him. Like I told him I need him to help me and get me out of it." You know what I mean? My mum was like, "Wow, you're connected." You know what I'm saying? I said, "What do you mean you're connected?" She said, like, "You're spiritually inclined," you know what I'm saying, right now. So that night, I prayed again. I said to God, "Yo, again, get me out of here. Whatever you want me to do, I'm going to do. I'm going to follow your role." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put me out. I'm out. You know, carried on with my journey. Carried on praying, carried on fasting. But then, I ended up on a spiral. I stopped praying. I can feel it stop praying, but I think there was a girl that came in. When she came in, it's like I started losing myself. And I noticed it.
Distracted.
I noticed it. And I was feeling it. You know what I mean? Because I first remember when I used to pray, I can feel the Holy Spirit. I can feel the Holy Spirit, you know what I mean? Like, because I remember me and my mum was speaking. I'm saying, "Mum, every time I pray, yeah, I feel like there's this kind of mad present. It makes my whole body hot." You know what I mean? Like, proper hot. You get what I'm saying? So my mum was like, "Wow, like, you really got the Holy Spirit. Like, you really got the Holy Spirit." And this time, I remember that time, you know what? I jumped on a mad thing. I remember I was in court. When I was in court, it was weird. The youth's family, they were keeping up with madness in there. Do you know what I'm saying? Whatever ritual they were trying to do, it wasn't going for them. But I always had, you know, like you're taking up, I've got my Bible and I'm reading my Psalm 35 and 91. I'm busting it.
91.
And I remember, text was like, yo, my man's moving kind of mad up there. So we're catching, look, can we try to throw something? You know what I'm saying? So the man them dodge, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what kind of, the jury looked at us like, what they did? I'm like, dodge the bullet. Like, it was like, yo, madness.
You know what he's talking about?
They don't understand, innit? Mama's.
You're saying they threw something, yeah?
Who? Do you know who?
The other people, the family,
Yeah, the family.
threw something.
Imagine you go to court in Old Bailey. You're not allowed with no phone, no nothing, no, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's all in the locker.
This Donny has walked in with his madness. The work is not, he's like, all I can hear him say, in our work, in our work.
We should do a bomb.
You know Juju?
She's still not catching on.
You know like Juju?
I don't know Juju, so I wouldn't.
No, but
so
you
I
know
wouldn't-
Juju?
No,
Yeah.
Juju don't they go right
We're not
past
about
me.
it.
Oh,
We're not
really?
entertaining it, but we're not
Yeah,
about
so
it.
he's like, yo, in our work. And then Texas like to me, yo,
You're like Mecca.
bust the thing. Boom, boom, boom.
Or the water?
No,
They're the Bible.
Psalm 35, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
Yes?
Your weapon.
Yeah.
Your
You know
weapon.
what I mean?
Don't let, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew that, you know what I'm saying? So whatever he threw, it was like, yo, I was like, yo, hold the Bible. Kind of, it's like it just missed, man. You know what I'm saying? He didn't come in for a couple of days. Then he come back in to try again. But this time I was ready for him. You know what I'm saying? Because my mum said, take your bottle, pray over that bottle, put the Bible on top of that bottle, pray, and read your psalm on it. Boom, walked in there, drinking my bottle, you know what I'm saying? He comes in. When he comes in, trying to do his madness again. But this time now.
How is this being allowed? Like,
Yo, they
That's
got powers.
crazy,
No,
yeah.
because he's kind of like out the way. He's
Yeah,
up.
yeah. But he's got powers. But where he's at, he can see me. He can
Yeah.
like, right next to that.
So he's looking
right
down.
down at me.
Oh,
Do you know what I'm saying?
see.
It's like a gallery.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
they're
now
down.
But how's he able to bring anything in if he's supposed to be?
So he come through again. This time when he come through, instead of me taking notes, I'm not taking no notes. I told them, no, you'll take the notes down for me. I'm just praying in the middle of all of that. I'm praying in the middle of all of that. So whatever he's doing, he had to leave. So all the Jews started looking at him because he's making too much noise. You know what I'm saying? So he literally had to leave. It's like, oh, it's like when I'm praying, I'm feeling this mad heat on my body. Like, you know what I'm saying? This mad heat on my body. And all I heard him say is like, I heard him just say like, I need to get out. I need to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Then he bopped out.
I wonder what.
Spiritual warfare.
Basically, yeah.
Bad going, bad fighting, evil.
Basically, yeah. It was a spiritual battle.
Evil.
Yeah.
It was spiritual
What I
warfare.
couldn't see, he can see
Yeah.
both worlds. So whatever he saw that was with me, made him bop out. That's what I'm saying. He said, yo, I can't battle this youth. This youth's different right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I need to get out of it. Came out. When I came out, carried on with my prayer. Carried on with my fasting and everything. Met this girl. When I met this girl, I think I got attacked.
But they do. It does though. It does like attack you, like it to
Spiritual attack.
spiritual attack to divert your attention.
What attacked you? She attacked you, or
I got attacked, mean like, yeah,
To throw you off.
yeah, it threw me
Yeah.
off. It threw me off.
That's
on a
it's
major-
always those
You
diversions.
know what I mean? It threw me off on a major kind of way, where to a point where I wasn't praying as much, and I could feel myself going away
she wasn't religious?
at all. Yeah, I could feel myself going away. But when I felt myself going away, it was more like I wasn't connecting myself no more. And at this point as well, yeah, like I'm not religion no more. Like what Max said, I believe that religion separates people. Like you know what I mean? I just believe in God. You know what I mean? So I felt that, and the more I felt it, to a point where I stopped praying.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I literally stopped praying. I wasn't connected anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was literally lost. Next thing I know, it's only recently, it's only recently, yeah, I've turned around. I felt something came over me, like something just hit me on a different tip. And I prayed and I said to God, I'm sorry that I've disconnected myself from you. And I just want to reconnect back with you. Just like you, like I drive listening to gospel music. You know what I'm saying? When I'm going to work, wherever, I'm listening to my gospel music.
So you're reconnecting.
Yeah, like I will meditate after when I get to work, I'll just meditate inside the car, and then boom, I'll just go back listening, or I'll go into my audio Bible book, just listen to that all throughout. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then I just find myself more just connected with God, fasting and all that. But at this moment, I can't lie to you, look, it's kind of peak. The battle is mad because there's too much negativity, and then I'm being attacked. Remember I was saying that it's like everybody's coming on to me right now, like everybody's really trying to rip me apart right now, making me feel like I need to shred back in my old demon ways. You get what I'm saying?
You need to pray.
Just pray.
You know what I'm saying? So
Pray and fast.
Meditate.
Yeah, you gotta pray and fast. Don't fall back
I'm
into
like, man,
it.
trying to make me go on my demon.
Don't
mind way. You know what I'm
Don't do
saying?
it.
So
Don't do it.
I kept feeling it. I can feel the edge of the negativity. Like I feel it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I'm getting pulled this way and I'm getting pulled that way. But so I had to just lock myself in to a point where I'm saying, like, I don't even want to talk to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to talk to no one. So that's where I'm at right now. Right now, I'm just with God right now.
Good. So
Thanks.
what number are you?
What would you score yourself now?
I'll give myself a 5 because I'm trying to connect.
You're trying to reconnect.
Okay.
I'll give myself a 5 or 4 or 5 because I need to get back to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
It's a beautiful place.
Yeah.